in his time directing a public health center for 11 years. Dr. Sheng, the time is yours. Good evening, Dr. Sheng. Can you hear me?
Hello?
Hello, yes, good evening, Dr.
Can you hear
Sheng.
me?
Yes, your voice is
音
loud
量帮
and
我开
clear.
一下，我找不到音量。
Yes, your voice is loud and clear, doctor. Please go on.
Okay. Can you all hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, Dr. Brian.
Okay.
Welcome.
Okay, I
Thanks
hear
for
you.
your
Okay, perfect. How nice that I can have you here.
Yeah,
So,
Dr. Brian.
okay, so I will start the meeting.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was
We
1
are
hour later.
starting now. Yeah, we
I
are
thought it was-
starting now. Dr. Brian, please, yeah,
Okay.
please deliver your opening remarks, please.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Dr. Irfan and Mel. Thank you for organizing this wonderful training session. I think it is my great honor to be invited to this forum on the entrepreneurship training. And I also see lots of young doctors around. I heard from the Chair Irfan that you are the class of 2020, and you will be the second round of graduates since this leadership training program. So I would like to commend. I like to commend your enthusiasm in being a family doctor. Irfan is a respected leader and has done an amazing job. Of course, I think he's not alone because he has all the great help from all of you as a team. Inspired by young doctors like you, I think TRM has become a trailblazer movement in Wonka, and I thank you all for this. COVID-19 remains the most pressing issue in global health 12 months after the initial outbreak. From the medical perspective, pathogens not only pose health risks to individuals, but also strains the health system as a whole. Pandemics reduce our capacity to care for other diseases. New drugs and vaccines are being developed faster than before. COVID, the wider healthcare makes dissemination of key information and tracing of infections quicker and more effective. Telemedicine, remote work, and online teaching are now parts of our lives thanks to advances in video conferencing technology. I'm really glad that TRM has been using telecommunication long before the pandemic. It shows how resourceful and forward-looking our young doctors are, and how you will, especially in our region, in Asia Pacific region. It is evident that a strong primary healthcare system with sound family medicine-based community approaches is vital in a harsh time like this. And I know that you will keep moving family medicine forward with resilience and compassion. I know the theme of today's training was about the emotional well-being, And I think the psychological impact of COVID-19 around the world has been tremendous. So, as primary physicians, I think we are at the front line and we are ready to comfort the community we serve. I wish you all the best in your subsequent training and have a healthy life as doctors. I'm looking forward to seeing you in person in a very near future. Thank you all. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Brian.
All right, thank you very much, Dr. Shang, for the very kind words. Now, without further ado, I'd like to introduce tonight's speaker. Dr. Ervan is a lecturer of health law and primary care here in Atmajaya Catholic University of Indonesia and secretary of the Medical Research Ethics Committee for the university. He is also the first director of the university's networking development of primary care clinics. Dr. Ervan is the chief representative of Indonesia in the World Organization of Family Doctors, Young Doctors Movement, and chief of Organizational Affair of Indonesia, student of the proceed to the seminar. Let's hear a short video from our sponsor. Jessica, if you please.
Telemedicine session. After successful booking your telemedicine session, it's time for you to meet your doctor. Click on the notification you received or the booking confirmation in your health diary and click so that he is better informed to give you the right advice. After a clear diagnosis, the doctor uses this screen to give his prescription or further referral. After the video consultation, in your health diary page, you can check the acknowledgement that the consultation was completed. And if the doctor is sending a consultation report, it will also be there in the health diary for your future references.
All right, thank you, Cartula, for
Cartula
sponsoring our
Health
event tonight. Very well then,
Telemedicine
shall we
made
proceed
simple.
with our talk tonight? Dr. Ervan, the time is yours.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Michael, and especially Dr. Brian Chang for your nice opening remarks. And we do in making all of this advancement trainings and etc. And I hope that one KPR and also one will be one of the best organizations in the world. So we also have to thank Jessica for backing up Raja Kumar movement, Dr. Ping Fu, the new elected chair of TRM. And I hope that we can make a good categorization in TRM as the next leaders. And now I just want to inform you some points. We have seen a video from our sponsor that is from Cartula, and they open opportunity for all young doctors to deploy their apps. If you want to use their apps, then it will be a free scheme for you, and you don't have to pay anything. You just have to give feedback to Cartula to make progress in their products. So all of you can cooperate with Cartula. And also now, before I want to deliver my presentation about young doctor social technopreneurship for sustainable primary healthcare to anticipate fourth industrial revolution, I want you to now let's see the kahoot.it. Let's see. I will type it in our chat box. So we will make a small quiz to know about your readiness with internet, right? Please open kahoot.it. Yeah, there. Have you opened the website of Kahoot? What about you, Mel? Dr. Brian, have you also opened it? You can see in the chat box. .it. And there is, do you have any problem?
Seems like everybody can access it for now. If there's
Okay.
any problem, I can help assist
Okay.
you in
So
the
this
chat.
is the pin. Please check it. 148. Two six six. Yeah, Dr. Brian. Yeah, Michael, Brian, Mel, Monica, Dr. Sujan. All of you have entered. Jasmine, Hongti, Dr. Hongti, Jessica. Who else? Bios. You can type your name there. Okay. Christina, Julia, Nauko. What about others? Dr. Theo, Juni. We will wait. Please. 14 people. What about the others? So please open up kahoot.it, kahoot.it. You can see in the chat box, I have typed it there. And also the pin, please enter the pin number, 1489266. What about other friends? There are 26 participants. I will wait again. Colin has entered. Thank you. Who else? Please check your chat box. Yeah, the pin is 1489266. Okay, Dr. Teal. Can you enter, Dr. Teal? COVID-19. Yeah, he or she is just using COVID-19 as his or her name. It's frightening me. We're still waiting for others. We've got 26 participants here. So there are still 10 people who cannot enter. What's your problem? Please check your chat box because I have typed the web address and the PIN number. I will type it again here. There it is. Okay, Dr. Teo has entered. Congratulations, Dr. Teo.
Thank you, thank you.
We are still waiting. What about the others? Is there anyone else? Enter, please raise your hand. What's your problem? What is this object? This is just example. Yeah, just type the answer. Just choose vote as a test before we answer the real questions. Okay, let's see. So 5 people has answered. Okay, so this is the real questions. I am confident in my ability to communicate ideas and concepts to others. Strongly agree, agree, disagree, or strongly disagree. Okay. It is just 10 seconds. The next question. I have a tough time making decisions. Strongly agree, agree, disagree, or strongly disagree? Okay. 7 of you agree that we have a tough time making decisions. All right. Is it hard to do? Okay, let's go to the next question. When something isn't right, I'm likely to be one of the first to jump in and try to change it. Strongly agree, agree, disagree, or strongly disagree? Okay, 6 of you agree that When something is not right, then you're likely to be one of the first to jump in and try to change it. Great.
Mute.
Next question. It is more fun to tackle a complicated problem than a simple one. Do you agree? Strongly agree, disagree, or strongly disagree? It's more balanced now. So 4 of you agree that it's more fun to tackle a complicated problem, but 4 of you disagree, and even 1 man strongly disagree, and 3 people strongly agree. Great. So we'll go to the next question. So you must be very fast. I often feel that I have little influence of the direction my life in taking decisions. Okay, so most of you agree that, wow, you just have little influence on the direction of your life. But 4 people strongly disagree. Great. Next question. I am in control of my own destiny. Strongly agree, disagree, strongly disagree. Okay, that's great. So most of you agree that you are in control of your own destiny. That's great. Next question. I'm not very strong on strategic planning. Okay, so this is also balanced. So 4 of you agree and 4 of you disagree, and 2 of you strongly disagree and 2 strongly agree. This is really balanced. So half of you are very strong on strategic planning, but half the other half
Doctor, I
don't
think
have
there's
any,
a
don't have
problem with the
the
quiz.
idea about it.
Quite
Yeah.
some of the participants cannot view the options and they only pop up as random shapes.
Okay, it's okay.
I've sent
So
a
we can
screenshot
go to the
to
next question. Okay. I'm used to compare with what is unfamiliar. Okay, most of you agree with that. So that's a good indicator that you are used to compare with what is unfamiliar to what is unique for you. Okay, next question. I'm well organized. Strongly agree, disagree, or strongly disagree. Okay, you agree that you are well organized, of course, because we are doctors, right? Okay, because doctors are great entrepreneurs because they are hard workers. All right, we go to the next question. I take a can-do approach to all challenges. Okay, 6 of you can-do approach to all challenges. All right, you are quite confident. That's good. Next question. I'm not very diplomatic when it comes to sticky situations. Okay, you disagree with that. So you think that you're not really diplomatic. All right. I want to share the screen. So sorry. Okay. So the next question. Identifying opportunities. Okay, friends, you can see in your screen, even though you cannot join our games, you can see that most of our friends who have joined these games, they think that they are very good at identifying opportunities. Okay, next question. I have an easy time getting to know new people. All right, so 6 of you have an easy time getting to know new people. It's a good point. It's a good indicator. Why? Because as entrepreneurs, you should know new people in a short time, and you must be very easygoing person. Okay, next question. It is very likely that I will own my own business one day. Nah, so 8 people think that they will own their own business one day. Great. It's very confident. They're very confident and it's good for this training. Okay. Next question. I am a team player. Strongly agree, agree, disagree, or strongly disagree? Wow. So most of you are strongly agree and agree that you are a team player. Very good. Next question. Success is mostly dependent on hard work and ability. Strongly agree, agree, disagree, or strongly disagree? Ah, most of you strongly agree that success is mostly dependent on hard work and ability. Good. Next question. Thank you for joining us, and so sorry for some of you who cannot join because of technical problems. It's okay. So Jessica, please share my presentation. I will stop to share. So you can know that most of you have already got talents we have finished this few months ago. You can see that the 2 brothers at the upper part and the left upper part are the left in at the right side is Dr. Hong T. So both of them were the best participants in the first batch of this training. So this is now we can see that artificial intelligence beats doctors at predicting heart disease in the future because robots can beat us. Okay, next slide, Jessica. And artificial intelligence or AI boosts cancer screens to nearly 100% accuracy. This is also a threat for pathologists who often do bio. We still need human touch to still be existed next future because we service. So don't in the future. So you can see that there are artificial intelligence, machine learning, automation, cybersecurity, big data and data analytics, biotechnology, biomedical science, biomedical engineering, natural resources, and it's like there are new medical specialties because of this technology advancement. For example, number one, clinical informatics specialist. This is a brand new specialist since 2007 in USA. Computer science, information science, and information. And the second is medical virtualist. So this is all about telemedicine. You have seen the products of our sponsor from Kartula. They have made telemedicine application and they are now doing their pilot project in Indonesia, in India, and also Australia. So telemedicine specialists are an efficient way for health system to deliver second opinions over telepsychiatry, telestroke services, and also virtual rounding and etc. So you should have special training if you want to deliver service by telemedicine platform. So this is new specialty in America, but they're still in ongoing process to be admitted as formal specialists. Okay, next slide, Jessica. So these are the questions that I have asked you in our quiz. And I will give be involved. This is the Industrial Revolution 4.0. So we have answered the Industrial Revolution 4.0. Based on the history, the Industrial Revolution 1.0, it was a mechanical production equipment. It's all about mechanical. And what about this, the 2.0? The 2.0 was all about electrical mass production. It's all about electrical. And also the internet era in the 3.0 industrial revolution. You can see that it was all about automated production. So all of this previous industrial era, all of them were empowering corporations. And what about 4.0 era? In 4.0 era, we have to empower people. Thus, I think that primary care will be still existed and will be sustained, will be sustainable health services in the next future because we used to empower people, we used to empower our patients, we used to empower our community, right? So thus, I think that in primary care, we should also combine our service with technologies and also entrepreneurship and leadership, of course. You know that there are now many medical startup companies in technologies, and you can be one of them. For example, Cartula has all clients if you want to. And in the Industrial Revolution 4.0 era, there is scalable adaptability. So we have to adapt ourselves. It's not all about efficiency like the previous era, right? So in the previous era, we were doing things right, are doing the right thing. That's the difference. And the impact on the society will be bigger than the industry in this 4.0 era. And it will blur the physical and cyber digital divide, and also will impact in socioeconomic aspects, industry, government, and also individual. So it's more complicated nowadays. You can see even I use Kahoot.it in our quiz, right? So it's an online platform to make an online quiz in a classroom. So thus, all of this advancement will be our next future, including in healthcare. Next slide, Jessica. So you can see that we started from first mechanical machine and also first assembly line based on electrical system and also based on internet system at the third stage of industrial revolution. And finally, we are now entering the industrial revolution 4.0. So it's all about cyber and physical systems. And the point is that we still need mechanical machine and also electrical system and also internet network, because without all of these previous technologies, of course we cannot implement technologies in this 4.0 era, because we still need electricity and also internet, right? So that's also one of the most important points here. Okay, next slide. Next slide. This is just a summary. Okay, next slide. Now you can see that even we can use drone, right, to deliver pharmacies in rural areas. We can send the drones to bring pharmacies to the mountains, hills, and rural areas that cannot be accessible with common vehicles and common access. And also we can the size of the room, even maybe there will be no classrooms, big classrooms anymore in computers or in schools. And also all of this that will change our model or health service model. So this is also the summary. Next slide. Next, yeah, we can be very careful in maintaining our competence and upgrading our watch, right? Follow up their blood pressure and also their temperature and etc. with that kind of technologies. And also there is the first robotic pharmacist in the US. Even the pharmacist is a robot now. And also the first 3D printed car and etc. And 90% of the population with regular access to the internet, driverless cars, and also over 90% of internet traffic to homes for appliances and devices. and the first city with more than 50,000 people and no traffic lights, and the first AI machine on a corporate board of directors. Can you imagine? Even they can be a corporate board of directors in a company. And data is driving the industry in new gold estimate data. Everyone can be a thief, data thief, and they can get your data. So please be very careful in keeping your personal data, for example. So we on to mobile application for patients. Okay, next slide. And this is also the summary. Next slide. You can click this link. This is from World Economic Forum. It's all about Industrial Revolution 4.0. You can see it by yourself. Okay, next slide. I will share this slide for you. Slide. Okay. So the previous slide is in modern era, or by race and initiative attempts to make profits. But in early 19th century, French economist Jean-Baptiste Say provided a broad definition of entrepreneurship. He was saying that it shifts economic resources out of an area of lower and into an area of higher productivity and greater yield. So entrepreneurs create something new, something different. They change or transmute values. And to be a good entrepreneur, someone should have entrepreneurship spirit. And entrepreneurship spirit is not only about owning a business. So I have to repeat this. Entrepreneurship spirit is not only about owning a business, but also integrating various kinds of innovations to be really implemented. So you can work with other people, with your boss, with your companies. You still can be an entrepreneur. How come? Because you can be an intrapreneur. Intrapreneur is to implement entrepreneurship. And also, you must notice that if you are a researcher, you also must have entrepreneurship spirit. Why? Because of course, you cannot just write down and print it your publications. There is just a paper. You must make a real product in the society. You also must make a real health health service in your community. So of course, you should have an entrepreneurship skills to do this. So you can implement your research in a real setting or even in a business or regardless of the opportunities. Okay, next slide. First, there must be opportunities of okay. So if we have cut off all of our, we can save our environment. That's the point of this picture. Okay, next slide. So while entrepreneurship is often associated with new small for profit startups, entrepreneurial behavior can be seen in small, medium, and large size firms, new and established firms, and in for-profit and not-for-profit organizations, including social technopreneurs. So it's not all about profit. If you want to make a foundation or charity movement based on foundations organization, of course, ideals to donate, right? And also you have to manage that foundation, even you won't get any profit from there, right? So we call that as social entrepreneurship. Okay, next slide. So these are the entrepreneurial scholars program. So if you want to be entrepreneur, you can make a product or you can deliver of course you can answer it, right? Because you know that all of you have got good answer and you have good talents. Next slide. So you can be social entrepreneurs. Next slide. We are lack of entrepreneurship competencies when we learn about do that by ourselves. So you have to learn it by yourself. So that's we provide this training for you. Okay, next slide. So young minds, big change. So this is the right time for you. And also KFC founder, he was in his old age when he was establishing KFC. So the main point is that it's not only the age, but the young minds. Because if you have the young minds, even though you have an old age, it doesn't matter at all because young minds. Okay, next slide. Finally, do we have entrepreneurial skills, right? What is the healthcare marketplace? What are the problems created by third-party payment, like insurance? What is integrated care? What is the role of information technology in healthcare? And can the healthcare any learn from examples and the obstacles to healthcare entrepreneurship? Is there any growing opportunities in business to business in healthcare? So all of these questions will be our questions as doctors, and we should answer this in the next future. Next slide. So defining global healthcare entrepreneurship. So it's all about strategic, cultural, and political aspects processes, and we have to improve how organizations keep stakeholders healthy. So the third point is the most interesting part because family doctors our stakeholders, our patients, and etc. to keep the health, right? And we have to improve the health. Next slide. in their daily works. They have already had entrepreneurship spirit. That's the summary, right? In fact, medical doctors are hard workers, which have equipped them to be good entrepreneurs. Unfortunately, medical doctors are lack of entrepreneurship training. Thus, entrepreneurship trainings which develop many kinds of primary care business models will be needed to fill the gap. Right? Those trainings will stimulate primary care doctors about the new ideas and how to make your own business plan. Thus, I ask you to give me your rough business plan, just rough business plan. And if you have finished this training, then you will get your finest business plan. And if it is a good business plan, then we would like to help you to find investors, to cooperate each other among us, so that you can create your own business as real implementation, right? And they will also get assignments. You also get so I will give you assignments, and I hope that you can do all of the assignments, even though that maybe you cannot do that in exact time, right? But at least that you give me your assignment at the last, right? And so because by following your assignments, you can be continuously encouraged to implement your business plan. Okay, next slide. Based on that, you can train your juniors in your clinics, and you can make more research and etc. So that is the benefits as entrepreneurs. Okay, so next slide. So if these primary care clinics are supported by advanced technologies in this fourth industrial revolution era, then those primary care doctors also become technopreneurs. So you will not only become entrepreneurs, but you can also become technopreneurs. Technopreneurs when you can combine technologies in your service. And advancement in biomarker screening that can be connected to electronic devices such as mobile phones, and also diagnosis by robotic algorithm based on artificial intelligence system or telemedicine system. All of them have made extensive progress, yet opportunities for primary care doctors to develop preventive strategies. Okay, next slide. Next slide, Jessica. And in addition, primary healthcare professional primary care by young doctors is one of the most interesting and challenging programs for young doctors that should be supported by WHO and also WONCA and also the government and etc. Next slide. Okay, conclusion. Next slide. What about medical doctors, and can primary care doctors become entrepreneurs? So that's the conclusion. Next slide. Okay, because you have answered all of these questions, right? And next slide. And you know the results that most of you have talents to become entrepreneurs. So that's all from me, Dr. Michael. Thank you for your attention. And is there any questions, please?
All right, thank you very much, Dr. Arfan, for the seminar today. It's very inspiring, very informative. So far, there's no question in the chat box. Turn on video or
Can you know whether the participants will want to have once a week sessions or no, not once a week session. So 3 times a week sessions or to have this training in twice in 3 times a week session or 5 times a week session. Mel or Dr. Pingfu, Dr. Hongti, Dr. Suchi, Naoko. Do you have any questions? Dr. Teo. Hello, Dr. Teo. Thanks for coming from Indonesia. Dr. Esther, Christina, Junior. Usually it is 1 hour session. Yes, it is usually a 1 hour session, but sometimes we can exceed because of some problems or some intense discussion. But of course, you can leave whenever you want because we are very flexible. We are not a formal classroom because the real goal of this training is to make business. So the main point is that whether you can make your own business or not. That is the point, Dr. Suyan. Thanks for your question, uh, Dr. Suyan. And Dr. Suchi, how to start to be an entrepreneur? Just join this training, doctor, because we will assist you step by step if you join this training. Jessica, maybe you can also reshare the form. Maybe Dr. Suchi want to see it.
Yes.
I have also typed it in the chat box. Dr. Suchi, please check the chat box. There is a link that I've shared. You can register yourself there. So we will assist you step by step to make a good business plan, right? Maybe Dr. Hongti, you want to share something about the benefit of this training, Dr. Hongti, in your business? Because Dr. Hongti, one of the best participants in the previous training, and is with us now. And also Dr. Pingfu. Oh, Dr. Pingfu, even Dr. Pingfu becomes our new leader now in this movement. So Dr. Pingfu said that. Okay, please. Who wants to
Okay, can you
speak up?
hear?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Please.
Hi everyone. I'm Hong Tin from Malaysia. So nice to meet you all. I'm the first batch graduate together with the Ping Fu and a few of them. I think me and Ping Fu we are the for this course because I think both of us feel that actually by going this course it will help us to have this medical entrepreneurship skills in a more structured way. Because I think, like Dr. Irfan said, that in medical school, we are exposed to different kinds of like trainings. Mainly is like more of like diagnosing the patients, how to treat the patients, and communication and etc. But I think for entrepreneur side, I think we really lack of that. I think with this training, it will help us to more equipped with some skills for entrepreneurship that we want to pursue. So I really hope that everyone can join in and really have fun during the course. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Hongti. What about Dr. Pingfu? Do you want to share something? Dr. Pingfu, can you hear us? Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, we
Hello.
can hear you,
Yeah,
please.
hi, Dr. Alfred. Hi, thanks a lot. when I first joined, I think last year, so I myself with Dr. Honti and the rest, a few of them here. So we have, I think I still remember the first lesson was about how to become an entrepreneur. So what is the what is the understanding of entrepreneur, and then getting an idea, from the idea, then it's very dynamic lah. So we slowly expand the idea from the how do we deal with the marketing, sales, managing the business, and then I remember you teach us how to focus on finances and preparing for the proposal. So that's I'm learned. But most important thing is networking. I think through this 1 year of training, so I've learned a lot, and then sharing from the experts. We sometimes we have experts from the international experts from India, from other country to come over to give us some insights lah. So that will be a very important information from them. So yeah, that's about me. But I really acknowledge, participants from Malaysia. I'm all the Indonesians, and we have Japan, Dr. Nako from Japan, and many others joining us in this. I think Dr. Mel also from Philippines. So we really had a fun time. The most important is actually fun time. We fun learning. See? There's no pressure, not much of pressure.
Yeah. Okay.
Thanks
Thank you. Thanks a lot, Dr. Pingfu and Dr. Hongti. So yeah, so there's no pressure because this is not a formal education. So the real goal is to make a business, right, and to make a network. And then we will start with emotional well-being session, because as entrepreneurs, we have to we should have stable emotional conditions. So thus, we want to start from that session. We will inform you after this session, after this meeting, and I think that it's enough for me. Is there any added information from Michael or Jessica, please? Maybe I forget something. Please add something.
Yeah, it's been quite clear. I think everything uh, has been conveyed. If another reminder that the link is still in the chat box. If you wanna save it, because when you leave the meeting, you won't have access to the chat box anymore. So if you want to save.
Question from William. So William is asking, we know it is difficult to find a talented engineer in Indonesia, and if we find a good one, usually they work in a big startup or unicorn. So what is medical startup idea that suits with us? So I suggest that you have connection with well-known university graduates, especially the fresh graduate from well-known universities. In Indonesia, you can connect with ITB, Institute Teknologi Bandung, Bandung Technologies Institute, right? And also Surabaya Technology Institute. And also Bina Nusantara University. What about other countries? Of course, there are a lot of well-known universities in technology, such as MIT, right? Or even NUS in Singapore. But of course, Vision, because they are from well-known university around the world. And the main point is that if we want to hire the most talented people, then we should have investors, right? So that's the problem. But you know that most of these startup companies also got their talents from their own network, because you know that you can learn the technologies by yourself. You know that most of the people now, they can to code, right? How to make a coding system, something like that. Last year I joined scholarship from Google, it's a it was a scholarship for developer. And you know that I don't have any backgrounds in programming. So I just joined that training, and then I'm the most stupid person in that class. You know why? Because I was taught by secondary high school students in how to make a computer program. And I've seen that even they have not graduated from well-known university or etc., they can do it. So that's, I mean, that the summary is that it's not a big problem. You should only have to find the right person, those who want to learn continuously and also can cooperate with you, right? Because it's useless, even though they are really smart, if they cannot cooperate with you. That's the main point for me, William. Okay, thank you. Still any questions before we close the session? Good question from William. So he's talking about how to find good engineer or good programmer to establish new startup companies. And there is a new drama film in Netflix. If you want to see, if you want to get inspiration, right? I will type the title in the chat box. Yeah, the title is Startups. You can see it in Netflix. You can watch it. So you know that a Korean drama film, they have a quite specific and detailed chronological stories. So you can watch that and you can get inspiration in how to establish startup companies, because I think that is quite inspirational and it's quite detailed. Make a big picture in how to establish startup companies. Okay. Still any questions? I think it is enough, right? Michael, please close the session. Thank you, Michael, Jessica, and all of you participants, and also Mel, Dr. Pingfu, Dr. Hongti, and also some of the professors and seniors here, Dr. Suchi, Dr. Teo. Thank you. Okay.
All right, thank you for everyone who has attended this event. We from Jessica and I, and of course Dr. Erfan would like to extend our thanks for attending, and
Okay.
for those
Bye
who
bye,
have
everyone.
registered, like we will see
Yeah.
you soon.
Yeah. Bye bye,
All right,
everyone, and wait for our next information.
all right,
Stay
thank
safe.
you. Good night.
Bye bye.
Bye. Thank you.